I agree.
But
I could have gotten in very big trouble, and look at what happened to me. You don't want to be like me, Taylor. Stay away from the boys.
You're fine.
But Taylor, you know what is interesting about writing your own music, and I always appreciate artists who do that, write their own songs and things, is that it gives you an opportunity for a kind of a catharsis. You can get out what your feelings were, what you were going through at the time, and you can express it in a song. And I think that's what other people relate to, is the fact that they may have experienced the very same thing that you're writing about.
It's crazy because when I started making music and I put out my first album, I really thought that no one would be able to relate to it because it was so personal. I really thought that because I mentioned names of guys and because I put in personal details into every single song, I thought there's no way that anyone will be able to relate to this because I wrote it exactly about what I was going through.
Right.
And it turned out to be exactly the contrary.
What everybody else was going through.
Because there are so many people who have gone through the same thing.
Those guys that you called out in your first album and the songs and everything, do they hate you now? Because I've heard that your fans are like super stalker fans and have found them everywhere.
Wow.
Like,
they definitely do their detective work. Yeah.
Yes, they do.
All the guys that were addressed on the first album have all been tracked down on MySpace.
Nice.
Wow.
Nice.
You know what? I can just tell, and don't get mad at me for saying this. I can tell that you are a strong, strong woman, or young lady. But if a really cute, dreamy guy walks into the room, you totally lose all track of thought. And seriously, you have a weakness for cute guys, don't you?
A weakness for cute guys? I think that I have a weakness for cute guys who have the same sense of humor.
Okay,
it's like that.
But
it goes
there is
hand
a
in
weakness
hand.
there for cute guys with a good sense of humor.
Yeah, they're a little. Who doesn't?
So what I'm saying is the advice we're giving you, you're not going to listen to us.
No, I will completely listen to you. No, I'm good. I'm single. I'm happy.
Good.
I'm a very happy person right now, and it's just like I have never been in a better place, and I'm happy staying this way.
Good.
You know?
Good. Stay that way.
I will.
Because we have a really funny, cute guy coming in here.
Yeah.
We're going to put you to the test. One question that I got to play a song.
I was reading in Women's Health magazine that you love going to Cracker Barrel, so I think it's an experience. Write a song about going to Cracker Barrel.
Yeah.
Why not?
Write about the chicken and dumplings. We love those.
the peach pancakes are my favorite.
That's what Love Story is about. Cracker Barrel. I want to play this. By the way, Taylor Swift is here, and you can see her at ElvisDuran.com. We're live right now. You didn't know that. You're live.
Oh,
thank God you're like looking good today.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
I'm not going to ask you what Love Story is about because I'd rather people just listen to the words and figure it out on their own.
Wonderful.
Unless you have some story you must tell.
Right now, it would be great to play it. I've never heard my song played on your radio station
Really?
before.
Really?
Yeah.
It is kind of weird.
It's wonderful.
It's a good weird.
/ weird, though.
Okay,
It's good.
here we go. This is Love Story. This is Taylor Swift. There you go.
Very nice.
Thank you for playing that.
That sounded so good.
That was like a moment for me.
Is that weird? Is it really weird hearing your song on the radio?
No,
I mean,
it's
you hear your song on
wonderful.
the radio all the time.
But not this radio station.
That is a jump, yeah.
It is kind of weird, isn't it? But not for us. And you're on, and God, that was in New York, Florida,
Cleveland,
Philly, New Jersey, Delaware, Connecticut,
guys.
all over the place. Pennsylvania, everywhere.
That's amazing. Thank you.
Everywhere that matters.
I've always wanted to ask, I don't want to put you in that country box, but I've always wanted to ask a singer like you this question. What is it about Nashville? Every one of you have either gone there, lived there, slept there, taken a potty break there. There is something about Nashville and that environs that just appeals to people.
It's amazing. It's this music town, and everybody there has this common love of music, and it's crazy because it's not anymore. It's not specific to country. There are so many rock acts and pop acts that break out of Nashville, but it's just an incredible town. I'm so proud to live there. I'm so proud to call it home.
Plus, this is the barbecue. If you're gonna do country music, you got to
it's got to be something in the water.
No,
But it's like
it's a hotbed for a bunch of different artists.
you run into like Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban at the grocery store, and it's like that's just happens.
See, to me, I mean, there may be a few exceptions, but that maybe we're thinking in that country music boxing again. Everyone I've ever met or read about who has a career in country music, they're pretty darn easy to get along with.
Yeah.
But when you get like we have a lot of artists that come up to see us who aren't in country, and they're very difficult to get along with.
Very different.
Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry. I mean, you were hanging out with you were a part of the TRL, the final TRL yesterday.
Yes.
So you met some people from all genres of music. Did you see any attitude in the room?
No, there were let me tell you, there were so many amazingly nice people people. And I expected, because my job there was to go around with the official TRL yearbook and get people to sign it.
Right.
And get famous people to sign it. And so I figured I'd get snubbed a couple times. Like, they'd be like, no, I'm not signing that.
How'd you do?
Everyone was so nice. Diddy was so nice.
How was Justin Timberlake?
So nice.
Really?
And Ludacris was incredible. Kid Rock was so nice. Nelly was so down to earth. They were just so down to earth and cool. Beyonce I didn't get to meet.
Oh.
Yeah.
She was at the top of the show, though. She was
so good. I'm so obsessed with her.
Justin Timberlake, you know, he just bought an apartment right up the street from here for like $5.2 million.
I did not know that.
I got a picture of it if you want to see that before you leave.
Really?
Give me the address.
Yeah, we have a picture. Would you ever, let's say the money is like just pouring in at some point. You're worth like $200 or $300 million. But would you ever consider like buying a place in New York too? Or do you need to be grounded in Nashville?
I think that Nashville's always going to be it for me. But, you know, it's what I've learned throughout this whole process is that I know nothing compared to what I'm going to know next week.
Well, I'll tell you now.
The
shoe shopping in New York is a lot better than Nashville. I bet.
You know what? If
you should try it.
If you want to unload that tour bus, it's bigger than my apartment that is on land. So if you ever want to give me that, because I've heard it's so hooked up.
The tour bus is great. My mom and I spent like every single one of our off days for about 6 months designing this tour bus.
Right.
And picking the window shades and the floor.
Wow.
And
It's sick.
Oh, it's amazing. It's got a fireplace in it and a pull-down treadmill.
On a tour bus.
I'm telling you.
Well, you know what? Hold on. I've got Melissa on the phone. Hey, Melissa.
Hi.
So you checked out Taylor Swift while she was on concert, while she was on her tour a year ago, right?
Yes.
And she actually invited you guys up onto the tour bus?
Yeah, she's amazing. My kids are in awe. They drop everything you're doing to see Taylor, and they had the most amazing experience. She was so kind and loving to them, and I told them it's all downhill after that.
Hey!
Wow.
Thank you for saying that. That is so nice of you.
So how was your tour of the tour bus?
Oh, it was so awesome. They had, she showed us where she keeps her awards. She gave the kids candy. They just sat on her bunk bed. She just picked them right up. She was so awesome to them.
Wow.
Aww.
And I have to say, there is not one bad song on that album. I have been listening to it nonstop for the past week, and I told everyone at work they have to buy the album. It's amazing. I'm like,
Thank you, Melissa.
Don't worry about it. It's not country. You're going to love it.
There you go. Isn't that sad? You got to buy it. It's not country. You got to believe it.
See, we're still doing it.
Still doing it. I feel like people do that, but you know what? There's no need for justification. It's music. It's great music.
Exactly. I got
That
Miriam
was
on
the
the phone.
nicest phone call.
Wasn't that nice?
There's
so
another
nice.
one.
Melissa, no, I got another one here. Hello, Miriam. How are you?
Good morning, everybody. I love you guys.
What do you have to say to Taylor Swift?
Oh, my God. I am so grateful to you that you are unapologetic about being beautiful, being unique, writing your own songs, and being so talented. I have a 13-year-old. I'm 34. And it's so hard nowadays to find something in common that we can share and enjoy together.
Wow.
That is so wonderful.
See, this isn't such...
They're so nice.
This isn't such a bad interview
This
after
is
all.
wonderful.
Well, we do have the other calls. You don't want to hear this one. Let's see. Let's move on. And the text messages are all cool. So
Yeah.
everyone loves you. It's all good.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Taylor. And when we had an opportunity to beg you to come up here, we didn't pass it by. I mean, we don't have guests on the show.
And he never
know.
asks for guests on the
We
show.
turn-
I heard
So
that
was,
too.
you know.
So thank you.
We turn people down. We just like, don't you sometimes just don't want to deal with other people? You just want to like hang out with your friends. Well, that's what we do every day.
That's what you do.
We rarely let people up into our little treehouse. We're so privileged that you came up to see us today. By the way, Taylor Swift, let's get it down. Do you know where you're going to be anytime soon, or do you have any dates, or is it just kind of a blur?
Well, there's all kinds of stuff that we're doing just as far as promoting the album, and I get to co-host the Grammy nomination special,
Right.
Very nice.
which I'm really excited about that.
That's going to be December 3rd, so you guys can check that
So
out.
I'm excited about that, and I get to spend Thanksgiving with my family in St. Louis, and that's going to be fun. And just finishing
We'll
up
all be
all
there
this-
for that, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, lovely.
We're all coming.
That'd be wonderful. And so I'm just promoting the album and doing all kinds of crazy stuff like that up until, the holidays. And then I go to the UK, then I go to Australia, then I go to Japan,
Wow.
and then back in like May, June-ish, I start the headlining tour here.
Wow.
Hey,
we'll
I
have to
know-
come check it out.
I know you bring your own salad dressing with you where you go places. Are you when you go to like Japan?
Oh, my
and
God.
do you bring the salad
What's up
dressing
with that?
That was something that started, I think, on the Brad Paisley tour or the Rascal Flatts tour, where at catering, you know, they had great salads, but like sometimes they would be out of the dressing that I liked, and so
That's
I
just
just
like
started
routine.
like carrying it in my purse to catering.